Xander Zayas, Jaron, they're having their presser today in New York City.
Yeah.
What do you think of the fight?
Man, I think that the fight is actually going to be much more competitive than people think. Off of Xander's style, I think Xander is pretty technical, good foot movement. I think that could pose a little resistance to Boots. Now we know Boots, he's athletically talented, but his last few fights we have been seeing little shots get through. You know what I'm saying? He ain't been looking as slick. He still has it, and he's still very dangerous. The power is there. He's naturally bigger than Xander, I feel. But
I think so. Xander's a big kid.
He is a big kid, but no, Boots is big, bro. Boots is he's a big guy. So I think that it's gonna be a tougher fight than people think. But I am interested to see how Xander deals with Boots' power and his slickness. And I want to see how Boots deals with Xander's technicality and his defense, because Xander's defense is underrated. I genuinely believe that. It's going to be a great technical fight.
When you mentioned Boots' talent, just on a talent point, put accomplishments, resume to the side, is he as talented as basically anybody in boxing, or you don't quite who do you rank as, just on a talent scale, the most talented guys?
I think he's one of the most talented guys. Now, in terms of if you want to put it up with IQ, I think that he don't use his talent to his fullest ability, I would say, because there's certain things that I feel like he would do that is unnecessary, but and then there's certain things he does that's just so sweet, you know what I mean? There's two extremes at times, you know what I'm saying? But no, Boots is he's an exceptional guy when it comes to his talent, and I feel like if he was to really lock in on his fundamentals even more and really build the IQ, he'll be unstoppable. Genuinely, I do believe that.
And because with Castro, it's kind of similar. Like Bruce has always showed these things he's capable of, this talent, and then once the assignment really called for it and the stage called for it, you dialed it up, you put it together. Do you think that's what he does against Xander? And you mentioned the fundamentals. What does he specifically have to do? That stay behind the jab?
Yeah. Stay behind the jab, add feints. Keep up with the foot movement. Xander has decent feints, good hand placement, maneuvering and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that it's just little things like that. But also, me knowing a guy like Boots, he's on that elite level to where the more difficult the opponent, the more he's gonna he's gonna raise his level too. So I don't expect to see a Boots that we've seen before. I expect to see a sharp Boots.
You saw the 24 rounds with Chukashan, where is that part of what makes you say Zayas is gonna be tougher for him than people think?
I agree. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I really like the styles though, bro. It's really, I don't know, people really trying to count Xander out. And I understand and I get it. Boots is who he is. I totally get it. But I do think that, and I'm not saying this because, we're both on top rank and stuff like that. I'm saying this just a boxing analyst. I think the fight is going to be much tougher than people think.
Are you leaning one way or the other?
No. They're both my guys. I can't even choose. I'm very neutral on this.
But you're saying it's closer to 50-50 than what's being prognosticated.
Yeah, 100%.
Because Boots is like a 4-1 favorite. Yeah, everybody's got Boots.
Yeah, word. But I think it's more so on familiarity, experience on Boots' end, and his talent. I get it. But I think it's going to be tougher than people think.
Okay, I appreciate it, man.